Alrighty, here we are, and it's time to get starched. Today I want to show you guys what I call the flamingo. Now, the flamingo is a unique way to go about mobilizing your heel bone or your calcaneus. A lot of people struggle to find pronation and supination at their foot, which is going to be eversion and inversion of your calcaneus. Your calcaneus and heel bone needs to tilt in and out to be able to display ankle range of motion, to load your foot, and for a lot of important motions in the body. Now, it's tricky for a lot of people to feel pronation and supination at the heel bone, and there's a lot of drills out there, but this one's kind of quirky and fun, and I think you guys will like it. Now, I'm going to show you guys from the side, and then I want to give you a tip to make sure you maximize this. So, for the flamingo, we're going to be kind of twisting our hips. So, I'm going to set up, now I'm going to show you guys from the front. We're going to have a slight bend in the knee, and then I'm going to stick my other leg like a flamingo back, and I'm going to hook it inside. Now, I'm going to show you guys this from a different direction. This isn't about balance, unlike a regular flamingo. So I do want you to be holding on to something. So in a minute, I'm going to be facing this way, but I don't want this to be about balance. So you need to be holding on to something, and you can take off a little bit of your body weight. So I'm going to bend the knee. I'm going to hook my foot around. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through pronation and supination by guiding the knee and the heel bone. So when I take my foot and then I open my hip to the outside, so if I turn my hip away, you're going to see my knee is going to follow my hip. So if I open my pelvis to the left here, my knee is going to follow, and that's going to drive pronation at the foot. Now, I don't need to get ridiculous and shove my knee there, and I don't want to lose the outside of my foot. So if I feel the outside of my foot lifting off or the fifth metatarsal coming off the ground, I'm going too far. So you want to keep the outside of your foot on the ground, and then I want to guide my knee and pelvis, so I should feel my pelvis travel further than my knee. So I like to start with my pelvis going out, then I guide away, and then we're going to take this the opposite direction, where I try to extend my knee, so you can see my knee is flexed right now, and then we're going to try to twist our pelvis in. So I'm going to twist the other way, I'm going to try to extend my knee, and I should feel that right through the heel bone and the foot. And then I'm going to corkscrew out, and then I'm going to corkscrew back in. Now, when we go to supinate, which is going to be this direction, or when the foot becomes a rigid structure, when we supinate, we're going to open the bones on the outside of the foot. But the key for supination is the first metatarsal needs to stay on the ground. That's this joint right here. So a lot of people are going to simply flamingo in and out, and their foot's going to be rocking on the ground like so, which means that they're not getting supination and pronation, and they're just twisting their ankle. So if you need to, for the flamingo, if you're struggling to feel pronation, you need to make sure you don't cheat. So one of the ways I'll do that is I'll set up a band. So I'll stick that under the first metatarsal right there. And then when I'm going through my flamingo, so when I go through pronation, and then when I go to supinate, which is turning hip in Roman arch, if I lose the first, that band's going to snap. Now, you don't want a thick band because you don't want this to be a natural. A thin TheraBand will work best. So you don't want it to be too high and make it awkward. So one more time. Under the first, we're here. Bend the knee. Flamingo. Don't balance. Guide your foot into pronation. Pelvis opens. Knee turns in, foot flattens. You should feel the inside of your foot open up. And then I supinate. I drive my pelvis in, Roman arch, and I should feel that open the outside of my heel bone. Flamingo in, flamingo out. And remember, if your foot is twisting in and out, you're faking pronation and supination, so it doesn't count. About 20 reps each direction. It's weird, it's fun, and it works quite well. So try out your flamingo, and that's how we get starched.